the follow-up last night to the Richard Sherman and Michael Beastree scandal. Right now, Richard Sherman is on Michael Crabtree's strings. As Michael Crabtree got so far and deep inside of Richard Sherman's tiny little mind that he made Sherman go around and act like a complete jackass in front of the United States of America and everybody watching on TV last night. That's how mind-fucked Michael Crabtree has Richard Sherman. And it's a thing of beauty. Michael Crabtree right now is looking like the good guy. And Richard Sherman is looking like just a normal thug out in society looking to cause problems. This is why you should never allow a thug to get in front of a camera after a football game. It just doesn't work out. Richard Sherman runs his mouth. But after the game, he's just like, for you gaming nerds out there that don't know what I'm talking about, let me put it in a context you may understand. Richard Sherman is the guy on Xbox Live that gets so angry and mind-fucked so when someone's trolling him and he goes off like, what the fuck? That's Richard Sherman. And that's what he did after the game. He got mind-fucked so bad by Michael Crabtree that he self-imploded in front of the camera. And now it looks like a complete jackass in front of the fucking America and everyone watching. So, and there have been reports that Richard Sherman was mad because Michael Crabtree was going to beat him up at a Larry Fitzgerald charity event, and the reports are that Richard Sherman ran away like a coward. Richard Sherman runs his mouth, but when a confrontation starts, he runs like a coward. So that being said, getting to the game, I'm doing an early review of this game right now. Peyton Manning faced the genius Bill Belichick countless times, at least a dozen, at least maybe 20. So if you think Pete Carroll and his band of merry little thugs are going to confuse the professor, Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, you got another thing coming. He will pick on Sherman, make him his bitch. He will those short, intermediate crossing routes, get rid of the ball quickly, and it'll be over. It'll be 31-6. It's going to be a blowout. Because I don't know if you realize this, Russell Wilson, if you're a Seahawks fan, you got to expect this and you got to understand. Russell Wilson is horrible. He is probably Trent Dill for Russell Wilson. Yeah, he is definitely the worst quarterback to ever play in the big game. No doubt about it. I mean, all the guy does is when someone's covered for more than a second, he runs backwards, he runs around, and then does the immediate intentional bailout throw where they don't call, which they call more often. So Russell Wilson has a problem seeing the field, not only that, and he's just got no arm. I mean, he's horrible. He's horrible. You've seen that yesterday, and you've seen it the week previous, 112 yards passing. This is going to be a one-sided Super Bowl. Now, I realize it's outside. And I'm hoping, and I know the Seattle Seahawks fans are hoping that's real cold, but that's not going to matter. Peyton Manning's going to step up to the challenge. I will say this, the 49ers and Seattle's defense is on a different level. It's a different level totally against any defense I've seen this year. It's just so much faster. It's just fast. It's very fast. The speed, you can notice it right on film if you're used to watching the AFC teams in the last couple months. But you can notice that. But Peyton Manning is going to make Richard Sherman dance after the game. And Peyton Manning, I want you to come out when you win this game. And I want you to pick on Richard Sherman. Because I want to see you make Richard Sherman dance. But and then Richard Sherman's going around saying it's a racism thing. It proves racism's still alive in America. No! The people ain't hating you because you're black and you're doing this. The people are hating you because you are a coward and you are mind-fucked severely by Michael Crabtree. You acted like a complete thug. I mean, a complete thug acts that way. And don't come here and say, well, thugs don't act that way. You don't know what a thug is. No, I've been locked away with thugs before. I know what thugs are. Richard Sherman tries to act like a thug, even though he isn't one. He wants to be one, but he's not. He's been a fucking Stanford alum. He's just one of them guys that wants to act tough, and when the pressure gets to him, he folds like a cheap fucking lawn chair. So he's acting like a thug. Didn't say he was a thug. He's acting like a thug. But he's typical. It's typical of every thug out there in America. And if you're a Seahawks fan right now, I can see you're lambasting up, absolutely pissed off about this video, as well you should be, because you just gave Peyton Manning and America and the rest of fucking America more ammunition to put you fucking guys down and to fucking bury you in this Super Bowl. If you think for 1 second that little fucking 5'7" third-round draft pick, which, by the way, there was a reason he was a third-round fucking draft pick. There's a reason 32 other fucking NFL teams passed on him. I don't want some guy that's going to go, keep running around the line of scrimmage, and then when it comes down to it, he just bails himself out with a throw. I mean, the guy's horrible. He's not. Look, you guys got a great defense. I can't take that away from you. But offensively, you have one guy, Marshawn Lynch. Don't tell me Harvin. He'll probably be back for the Super, but don't tell me Harvin. You got no quarterback. If you guys in Seattle still think Russell Wilson is your future, then you don't know football. There's a reason he was not drafted until the third fucking round. And I got news for you 49er fans too. Colin Kaepernick sucks. He's horrible. I mean, if I had to pick my poison between him and Wilson, I don't know who I'd choose. Probably Kaepernick because I just make him run. I would tell him, don't fucking throw the ball unless there's no one within a 10-yard vicinity of the fucking intended target because he fucking sucks. He does. The throw he made yesterday in the game was just horrible. A good cornerback would have picked it off. Would have tapped it back. He would have picked it off. That's why Sherman at 6'3", 138 pounds is not a good quarterback. He's not. He's not. So you looked at a horrible quarterback throwing to a horrible cornerback. This is going to be the most lopsided, and I'm going to do a complete review on the Super Bowl when it comes. But as of right now, I'm definitely, and the odds makers, you see they're picking the Broncos. They see the weakness of Seattle's offense. You know, hey, look, granted, New England's defense sucked. They sucked. But Peyton Manning will put up points at will on this defense. Trust me. You don't understand the genius of Peyton Manning is. He's one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time, going against a guy that's not even in the top 1,000 quarterbacks at all time. And I will say he's going against a good defense. However, how do you beat a good defense? How do you beat a good pass rush? Get rid of the ball quickly. Dump it off. That's all you do. And guess what? It nullifies that quick pass rush. And guess what? Touchdown. 7 points will win this game for the fucking Broncos. So John Fox will get the job done. Peyton Manning will get the job done. But Richard Sherman, you open your mouth and you made yourself, you are a puppet for Michael Crabtree. And you know you are, because if you didn't think you were, you wouldn't be dancing around trying to make all these excuses now. That's all you're doing. You're dancing around making all these excuses because you are a fucking puppet on Michael Crabtree's strings. That's what you are, a puppet. You were made to act like a complete idiot in front of everyone on TV last night, and now you realize it. And now you're saying it's racial. That everybody hates you because it's a black or white thing. No, it's not a black or white thing. It's a complete jackass thing. When you go around after the game and act like a complete jackass, and you know what? Expect some heat to come back at you. If you can't expect it, then maybe you shouldn't be running your mouth. And I only surmise that if you run your mouth next week, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And maybe one of them Bronco players will step up and say something, and you won't have a response. So this is going to be one of many videos covering the Super Bowl. If you want Super Bowl coverage, you come to this fucking station. There'll be more gaming videos, unfortunately, but the majority of my videos are going to be all... It's going to be all fucked up, whatever, because that's what I am, a fucked up individual. I woke up about 11:30 today. Not used to that. I never sleep that late, but I did.